Yes, I actually, at the very beginning of my career, while I was still studying acting at Playhouse West in North Hollywood, had a recurring role on the NBC show Sisters with Swoosie Kurtz, who's a very gifted and renowned theater actor playing my mother. And I haven't done television with the exception of HBO movie Norma Jean in Maryland since then. And the appeal of doing Missing was manifold. Number one, after a period of 5 years of being basically retired, I was interested in acting again. Two, television is experiencing an incredible golden age. Phenomenal producers, writers, actors. Production value is outstanding. Whatever membrane there used to be that vaguely separated television and film is now completely gone. And the fact that 3 Missing had the power of network, and a very specific network, ABC, with its tremendous global presence, but was only 10 episodes per season, more of a cable schedule, which was a necessity for me given the robustness of the other areas of my life, which are very important to me. And then lastly and simply and importantly, the premise. I am former CIA, devoutly retired, not totally proud of my past and former way of life, yet find myself when the most important thing in the world to me, my son, is missing, reluctantly having to return to that world and those skills in order to restore my family. So it was a very simple and powerful premise that had an extraordinary amount of depth and possibility for narrative exploration. The thing that stunned me initially was the extraordinary speed with which television shoots. First of all, a lot has changed even in the past few years with regard to the technology. We were shooting in digital high def, and so there's a lack of lighting and lack of need for big equipment. And as practical and perhaps boring as that sounds, there's no longer need to move lights and cables and equipment. So the speed with which the camera moves and turnarounds was absolutely head swiveling for me. I mean, there wasn't even time, to go back to one's trailer. I mean, God forbid one hasn't learned one's lines. You really don't have time to do that on the fly shooting the television pace. And I've actually forgotten the number of average pages of script per day a film typically shoots. But in TV, there were days we were shooting 10 and 12 pages a day. We're having 70, 75 camera setups a day, always shooting with multiple cameras, which has been a dream of mine my whole career. Some films have the ability to do that because they have the budget for multiple cameras and crew, but in TV it's just de facto. Sometimes even 3 cameras, and on occasion 4, because we'd be working 3 plus Steadicam, and we were working main unit and splinter unit and second unit. There was just a speed and a dynamism to it that was amazing, and sometimes that could leave me as an actor feeling a little, I don't want to say shortchanged, but I might at the end of the day go, we only did 1 take on that. I really wish that I had, 1 take on 4 cameras, but I wish that I had not gotten caught up in the pace and said, wait a minute, I'd like to go again. There's a lot for a director to process with television, and sometimes, I found myself as an actor taking care of myself quite a lot, and saying, can I try that a different way? So I had to be very mindful. And I did enjoy the speed, though. It's awfully rewarding to blow through that amount of material. Missing is international through and through in every aspect of the production. We have tremendous diversity in our cast. We have incredible beauty and diversity of our locations, from Croatia to Italy to Czech Republic. We have locations that take place in Turkey and Bulgaria and France. And also behind the scenes, we had a very international roster of talent supporting the production. And hopefully it'll be fun for Americans to see places to which they perhaps can't travel, and it'll be helpful for the people of the world to see actors that they know and love in cities with which they may be familiar or in which they may live, also places that they too would like to travel.